My name is Samantha Ratcliffe Diorigo, or just Sam, because it makes it easier.
Yes. And you've been our patient for quite a while.
Getting close to a year for functional medicine, but a chiropractic patient for many, many years.
Yes. And we love having you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so tell us what brought you in for the functional medicine side.
Well, I already knew that you did this functional medicine, but I was in for an adjustment and got talking to you about the stress I was feeling from a kind of an unknown medical issue my husband was having. We're in that discovery phase, and then just generally feeling just sluggish and not vibrant and no energy and just feeling blah.
Yeah, just not feeling yourself.
Not myself, no.
Yes. And it had kind of taken its toll with all this.
Yeah, it did. I mean, for quite a few months of not knowing from our husband what was going on, and then not sleeping, and then you end up not eating well.
Yes.
You just it came into like a hibernation mode. So we weren't exercising, all the things we probably should have been doing during that time.
Yeah.
But you just felt like you didn't have the energy because everything was just so stressful, So. It really takes a toll on you when you're not eating well and you're not exercising and you're certainly not sleeping.
Yeah, it's like a cumulative effect.
Yeah, and the unknown, playing scenarios in your head when you just don't know what it is dreadfully stressful.
Yeah,
we just got talking on that level, and then you said, I want to get more information, and there's a questionnaire, to see if you're ready for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We call it readiness assessment.
Readiness assessment, and I was ready, but not as ready as I felt I needed to be, because you don't know until you start.
Right.
You don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I was committed. It was going to be a year, and I'd never put myself forward to focus on myself before. I'd never put myself as my own project before.
Yes.
I'd kind of put myself, on a back burner. Which is never a good thing, and especially at that time, it was just it needed to be addressed.
Yeah, and like so many of us do that. It's kind of easy to do when you're dealing with life. It is.
You're like, I forget going to the gym, or I'll just eat. I'll grab a coffee and a pastry. I'm busy or whatever. But it's not the right way to live.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. And I know when we did the evaluation, we definitely saw some areas that we needed to work on.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, diet. Like we needed to work on balancing your diet more.
Yeah.
Making sure that you were getting plenty of rest.
Yeah.
Helping with stress management. That was a big one.
There's a really big one. The sluggish liver.
Yes. Your liver was congested.
Horrendous indigestion. And even though in my own mind, I'll eat earlier, I'll stop eating at this point, I'll still have this indigestion like hours later. Why is this happening? And I think a lot of people put up with those things. But when you've got a lot of those things together, it's happening for a reason that's not good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You might be able to put up with it, but should you be putting up with it? Yeah. I think was the thing was, well, what is it? What's going on?
What's really going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of those things can be and are in your case connected.
Yes. Yeah.
The effects of stress that it was having on your digestive system.
Yeah.
And then over time that had affected the liver.
Absolutely
led to a sluggish liver.
And that, and then we talked a lot about the emotional connection to the body as well.
Yes.
And I think that brought a great awareness to that, where it's quite easy to ignore yourself.
Yeah.
It is,
absolutely.
Or just not understand that there is a connection. When you become aware, things make sense, and when you become aware, you understand why you're making the changes, because you start seeing things improve.
Yes.
Like that indigestion, I haven't had any since we dealt with that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter what time of day I ate, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Although I did get into the routine of I just don't eat after 7.
Right.
That's now become a new habit of mine.
Yes.
So I've definitely implemented so many things that I should have been doing or didn't know I should have been doing.
Right.
Because I didn't know about them. I wasn't aware of it and those connections.
Yeah, but like you said, the conscious awareness helped you make those changes.
Yeah.
And then you kind of learned from what happened when you made the changes.
Yes, once you start to see that result, then you go, this makes sense, and it's easier to stick with that. Yeah. Because I got this amazing result from doing this. So then that's the motivation.
It's a reinforcement.
It's a reinforcement every time. Yeah. And then it just becomes a normal thing.
Yes.
Like I didn't drink enough water. I just didn't, you know, I was eating at all kinds of times, you know, the emotional connection, as we talked about, of, you know, eat when you're at peace, you know, that you haven't had like an argument with someone, or you're not
rushing,
or you're upset, you know what I mean? And being aware of those things, and then they just become the norm.
Yes.
And it's amazing how quickly they become the norm.
Yes.
You know,
even something as simple as not drinking too much when you're eating.
Yes.
Or watching your fluid.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at first that was hard for me. I thought, oh my gosh, I always have a drink with me, always. And then I realized that was a benefit.
Yes.
And not a problem now. I just, you know.
Yeah, you just create a new habit.
Like a brand new habit, that becomes something, it's not a conscious thing after a while.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in addition to seeing improvement with digestion, not having the indigestion anymore, like what other things have you noticed that have improved?
I felt like that my mood started to lift.
Yes.
Everything started to lift. My sleep improved. And my whole life was never a good sleeper. You know, so it was really a bad point, you know. And then to actually, I mean, I literally have nights when I've slept through. I had never experienced that. So to have that experience of improved sleep, which means I'm rested, and you wake up feeling better, more energized, clearer. That was another big thing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it still surprises me. I wake up and I go, I feel like I just put my head down and got back up. Yeah, I got a whole night's sleep. I can't believe that. I never knew what that experience was.
Yeah.
So that was an amazing improvement. The mood lifted, the stress levels started to just dissipate with that awareness too.
Yes.
Of breathing, meditation, do some yoga, have a routine before going to bed, you know, where you start turning off, you know, social media and that kind of stuff, and this winding down and becoming in, you know, to this bedtime routine, all made a massive difference. Like a lot more energy.
Yes.
Just, you know, because I think when you're stressed, and it, for me, it triggered that anxiety as well, which I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what that was. Right. I was just like going through it and going, what is this? This is crazy. But to see that go away is amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And I know it was triggered by obviously the stress of what I was going through, you know, until we finally found out what was going on with my husband. But to see that can be improved and eliminated through the program is unbelievable.
Yeah.